who talk about solidarity and talk about being united, and then they're literally the opposite. Their actions are literally the complete opposite. They want to be a girl's girl, or they want to talk about being a girl's girl when they're literally the opposite. There's nothing that annoys me than a woman that just seeks male validation. And you know what, it all links down to it. Like there's like 1,000 reasons as to why women hate women, but majority of them is because of men. And it's honestly so disgusting. It's like, girl, stand up. Are you really gonna hate another woman because of a man? It doesn't make any sense. Because my thing is, right, for example, I think I've said this in one of like my videos before, but like if a woman like is assertive and she stands firm on her boundaries and she makes it clear that this is not what she wants and she establishes her standards, the hate that she is going to get, oh my gosh, the hate that she's going to get compared to the one that a man is going to get is absolutely beyond me. Because a woman will always get shamed for, you know, standing her ground, and then she'll be called a diva. They will say that she's doing too much and all of these other things. And just because people can't fathom that a woman can actually assert herself and want independence for herself, or that she just wants to be heard in a sense, or that she just wants to be respected, because that's where it also comes from. A person will never want to establish boundaries and all of these things just because they want to. No, it's coming from a place of constantly being mistreated in the past, and now they finally want to get like they want to get to a point where they finally respect it, and now when they demand respect from other people, they get shamed for it. It literally makes no sense. But then the second a man does it, it's like, oh, he's being masculine. Oh, it's just what a man needs to do. Da, 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 da. It's all glorified when a man does it, but when a woman does it, she is literally shamed for it. And it's just like this thing that I never understand, because then you'll get people that will come and preach and say, oh no, but we stand for a woman, you know, respecting herself and doing all of these things. But you will still shame her? Girl, be for real. Be full flipping real. Like, come on, don't make me pissed off. It's the same as like when a woman cheats, she gets the fight. When a man cheats, it's just what a man does. I think it's so unfair to be calling women uptight for just doing what they gotta do, because a lot of these women have been mistreated, and when they finally got to a point where they're firm with their boundaries. And you know, I got to a place, right, where I was just also thinking that women bore me to death sometimes, because some of them don't know what they want, right? And then it also bores me that those ones that want to talk about solidarity and being united and all of these things are obviously the same ones that are just trashing and bashing other women for the way that another man treats them in comparison to the woman that's bashing the other woman. And it still like baffles me that the audacity of some of these women when they want to complain and when they want to say all of these things. But it's like, you were the one who allowed these people to cheat like this in the past. You allowed these men to cheat like this in the past. Anyways, you allowed these men, you glorified the bare minimum, and you glorified their behavior because that was what's familiar to you from your past, from your childhood, from your upbringing, whatever it is. You normalized it, and you thought that that was the spark that you needed in every relationship. And now you want to complain when like you don't get that treatment, because you know, the whole thing of like women don't take accountability. So obviously it's not for all women, but there's some women just can't take accountability, you know, and stuff like that. And it's just like, at least take a look within. At least like, even if you don't want to fully get in there, but just test the waters. Just look within with yourself, and you might just realize that you're the problem. And you know, a lot of women do this and hate on other women and everything because they want to male validation. They want, because of their upbringing, because of their traumatic romantic relationships from the past. They do it because they have daddy issues. They do because they have lack of self-confidence and everything. And it's just like, girl, respect yourself more to respect another woman and to actually understand, because some of these women are just fast to react on the other woman and everything, and quick to say other things about another woman without considering what the man did. And this is very, very true. Like, oh my gosh, should I even speak about it? Nah, I shouldn't. And comment down below if you've ever had that instance in your life. I feel like we all have lived like that instance of like, you have been a pick me, you had a pick me moment, you had a moment where you just wanted validation, in a sense. I feel like we all got to that point, hence why we don't want that external validation anymore. I want to move on to friendship, something that's more, and to be fair, this is still centered around female friendships, and I just feel like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know, you guys can tell me in the comments down below. I don't know, is it me or is it like, I find it very difficult sometimes to form female friendships, because it's like, it's very hard to find the one that's actually genuine and real with you. I don't know, it's just like, a lot of females can be very pretentious in a sense, and it's just like, it's kind of hard to like. But I think recently I found it very easy, because I'm able to see based on conversations if this person is gonna be there for like a long time. I can't say for the rest of my life, because I don't know what life has for me, you know. It's not even about talking to that person every single day and being like this high maintenance friend. I don't know. Anyways, let's go back to female friendships. Do you guys think that big friendships work? Because I don't think they do, because I don't know. I think that in large friendship groups, I don't think I could ever survive in one of those. It's just not for me. I'm not built for large friendships. I just feel like in large friendships, there's always this part where like, okay, it's a big group of people, and like there's a trio here, there's a duo there, and there's like, I don't know, a squad. And it's just like, I don't know, I don't think it ever works. And I feel like there's always some falling out, and then there's always that one group that stays together from the large friend group. And you know what, you create sometimes the best friendships out of those. But I just feel like also people, oh my gosh, another thing that I want people to get through in their heads is like, as I'm speaking about like having large friend groups and thinking that I could never be in that, I still stand by that. But I don't think that people realize sometimes that, like, you know, those high maintenance friends constantly need to be texted, constantly like, we need to constantly, like, it's a constant thing. I think people sometimes forget that you can have friends for different things. And like, I think this is a mistake that I used to make oh my gosh, I used to make this mistake a lot in the past, because I thought if I had a friend, that would be my friend for everything. Like, that would be my girl. Let's say if I want to go out, she's there. If I want to cry, she's there. If I want to talk, like, I don't know, if I just want to do anything, she's there. But it's just like, you have to have friends for different things. I don't know if the same applies to like male friendships or anything, but like, I think it's very important to have friends for different things. I think to have expectations of like, your friend needs to be a certain way, or your friend needs to be there for you for a certain instance, I feel like that's where it kind of gets twisted, because the other person may not feel the same about you, in a sense. They may see you as a person that they just like associate with, or like, I don't know, talk with, because it's just like they want to hang out, but it's not like anything deep or serious. It's just like you have that bond over just going out on girls trips or whatever, but it's never that serious to a point where you guys would trauma bond, you get me? And I just feel like it's very important. And then you make sure that you find the correct friends to like, I don't know, to form those types of connections with, because I just feel like not everybody's meant to like hear your story and experience you like that. There's actually a quote like that: not everybody is meant to, or is it like, some people didn't deserve to know me like that, you know? So it doesn't have to be with every person that you have to share with everything with, and you have to have these high expectations of everyone. At the end of the day, you can't really expect much from people, because the thing is, these people don't owe you anything. And for you to feel like you're entitled to feel like these people owe you something, it's just not good, because I feel like it's almost transactional in a sense. Like, that may not even be your intention, but it just seems transactional in a sense. So I feel like it's always just, obviously expect your friend to be a friend. I'm not saying that now go choose bad friends who are not going to be there for you and it's just going to make fun of you when you're going through a rough time, and just not have anybody through your dark times, because I feel like that's also very important. But it's just like, have friends for different things. It don't always have to have the same friend for everything, but obviously that's what your best friend is for. That's why I say choose your friends wisely. Because I feel like, okay, I'm friends with someone, I feel our friendship basis, it's quite normal. It's not anything deep. It's not like there's trauma bonding or anything. It's quite like okay, right? And my thing is, right, she is also that type of person that has different friends for different like things. I remember she even, like, she told me like, you're my X, Y, and Z friend. Like, you're the friend that I can talk to. You're the friend that I ever need to like lock in or like be serious with my life or like whatever. I can do that. You're the friend that like I could laugh with and make jokes with and just be unserious with and everything. But she also has like a completely different friend group where she can go out and hang out and party. And I feel like that's perfect. That's the mindset that you should have. And if honestly, if it works for you, it works for you. And I just feel like it works, to be fair, because yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Another thing that I wrote on my notes app, guys, someone needs to normalize friendship boundaries, because I think like sometimes, especially I think with girls, the boundaries are like very blurred. Like the line of the boundary, it's very blurred. It's like, oh, I can overstep because it's like I'm just a girl. It's just like we're both girls, so it's like it's fine. No, sweetheart. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, I don't know who normalized this, but let's scrap it. It's not normalized. Sometimes you have those friends that just have the inability to respect your boundaries, and sometimes I don't know if it's coming from a place of like they're intentionally doing it, or it's because they have a mindset, because they have normalized this certain thing or certain behavior from their past situations and from their past friendships, and how the other friends have enabled them, and it was like, oh, it's normal, so they think that it's the same with you. But guys, friends need to respect your boundaries. Like, you should never feel like just because, like, guys, boundaries are not only for like romantic relationships, guys, it's for platonic ones too, and it's absolutely necessary. Because child, if there's something called boundaries for yourself, then why wouldn't there be boundaries for your friends? Come on, like, make it make sense. So anyways, I just feel like some friends don't respect your boundaries just because they've normalized it, and that normality of it just needs to be scrapped. And there's certain lines that should not be crossed and that should be established. And some of the things you may not feel like you want to communicate that because you feel like it's your friend and they should be able to understand that they shouldn't do certain things, but sometimes it's best to do that just to avoid something happening in the future like that. But if you ever come across that situation where that boundary is crossed, I think that's when you can establish it. And then obviously if they don't respect the boundary, if they do it once again and they overstep it and they cross your boundary, then that's gone. But honestly, it's like harder to also let go of like a friendship. I think it's like one of the hardest things ever. I don't know what makes it so hard. I don't know. But anyways, you guys can tell me why you think it hurts so much, like friendship breakups and fallouts hurt so much. I don't know. I really don't. Anyways, I think that's it, because I don't think I have anything else to say regarding friendships, female friendships and everything. So as I was saying, we're about the female boundaries, the boundaries within a friend group. I think that people or gender that does it better, I think, with boundaries and everything, and just establishing their standards or whatever, even when it comes to romantic relationships, is like a lot of men, like, I think like male relationships are like not necessarily like better in a sense, but I feel like that boundary part is like established, because I think that with men it's easier for them to establish that boundary, because I feel like either way from like the get-go, I think that they don't have that sense of closeness that I think women do in their relationship. And I think that it's easier for men to sort of like understand not to cross a certain boundary. And I just feel like men don't really care enough to even cross your boundaries. But like that's always one thing that I will respect about their friendships and everything. It's just like the boundary just being there and being respected, and them not really caring enough to do so. Whereas I feel like with girls, they're more involved and they're more like in tune with their relationships, where they just feel like they're soulmates and they can share absolutely and everything. Like they can share everything. Like it's not always necessary to share everything. And I feel like men don't really have that. Men don't sit down and talk about their feelings with one another. Bro, they go out for games, watch football, do whatever, anything but talk about their feelings and everything. And I feel like that's why that closeness is not there, whereas with women it's more different, you know. And also on the topic of male friendships, I think, let me know in the comment section if you guys ever think that male and friendships will ever work out, or has it ever worked out with you? And if it does, or if you don't think that it does, why don't you think so? Because I would love to hear your guys' insights on why you think so. I personally believe it's a 50-50, but at the same time it's kind of hard to form male friendships because it's just like a constant thing of like there's some sort of interest, and I just feel like sometimes it just never really works. It's kind of hard to find someone who genuinely just wants to be a friend. But let me know, because I want to hear your stories. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode, because now I don't know what else to say. My mind is blank, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.